to be excited. And look, this coalescing, we've talked about the 1954, 68, 82, 96, 2010, 2024 is when the truth net, right? We go from the, internet, mobile net, truth net, where we replace trust with truth. We go from the Knights Templar inventing banking, the Medicis, to Bitcoin and blockchains being a better solution. That all happens in 2024. And now we've got this approval process potentially in 2024. We got the halving in 2024. It could be such a big one. I mean, could be a 1492.
Mark Yusko believes that this is the time to be excited and bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, with the next 12 months gearing up to be exponential in adoption and price action for digital assets. For those who don't know Mark, he's a renowned American investor and founder/chief investment officer of Morgan Creek Capital Management. Mark is notoriously bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. However, revealed in his latest interview, Yusko broke down why the combination of BlackRock's eventual inevitable spot Bitcoin ETF application with the SEC combined with the Bitcoin halving in 2024 leads to a time like no other to be bullish on cryptocurrency. Yusko argues that approval by the SEC for a spot Bitcoin ETF will be a watershed moment for the entire industry, opening an avalanche of new institutional capital into the space. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where Yusko breaks down why this part of the cycle is the time you want to be bullish, not when we are breaking new all-time highs and everyone is interested in crypto all again. Also guys, I have just launched a daily 5-minute crypto newsletter. I was so sick of seeing people charge hundreds to thousands of dollars per month for on-chain crypto data. So to give out as much value to you as possible, I'm sending out a 5-minute daily newsletter which will cover expert predictions from figures such as Mark Yusko, top expert breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news that you need to know, all in a nutshell. And my promise to you is it will be completely free forever. Click the first link in my description, enter your email to join over 1,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now. Here's Mark Yusko with his outlook.
Biggest positive is that there's so little free float. Right? There's so much of Bitcoin that is lost, stolen, hodled, immovable. And so the amount that turns over every day is a relatively small percentage of the total. And now, I think that dynamic changes as the price rises. Right? When the price goes parabolic, as I believe it will in this next cycle, as it does in every cycle, as emotion and momentum and FOMO kick in around the halving. And there's all the discussion this past week, because I've been completely out of touch, but mostly out of touch. I did see one story about predictions that, the big move comes after the halving. True, right?
True.
The period leading up to the halving is volatile with an upward glide, but it's not the parabolic. The parabolic is after the halving, where the price has to adjust because of the mining rewards. And there's some discussion, the mining rewards might not have to change as much because now there are fees because of ordinals and things. It's reasonable. I still think it's going to go parabolic. And when BlackRock gets approved, that's a big demand driver, and I think the parabolic move this time will be. Now, I'm not saying $1 million but it's funny. I guess Tim Draper is getting grief this week about his 250K prediction. It's not going to happen before the end of the year. He's like, yeah, so I missed it. I mean, timing's hard. And so someone pulled up, and I guess mine is next year in 2020, like by the end of 2024. I could see that happening. I'm not guaranteeing anything, and I'm not. But my logic for that was kind of halfway to gold equivalence. That was 5 years out of what I thought would take 10 years, and so I still think that's definitely possible. And if you think about, we've talked about this. Each halving is added to zero, so we went from 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. This is the 100,000 halving, and you always get a surge above that. previous surges have been roughly 2x, you know, the fair value. And Tim, our buddy Tim Peterson, who I love, released a model right before I left, which seems like 100 years ago because it's just been glorious, that he said was 55K. So we're way below fair value. Remember when he was on 6 months ago, 7 months ago, whenever that was, you know, basically activity had collapsed and his model, which I love, it's really good, had gotten all the way down to like high 20s, low 30s for fair value. And so he said, you know, we're kind of fair value-ish. And everybody's like, no, that's not right. Well, just a model. Agreeing with you. When no one agrees with you, that's when you press the pedal to the metal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's when you're usually right. When everybody agrees with you, throw cold water, right? Go take a shower and cool down because it's already in the price. In fact, it's probably above the price. And so definitely this is the time to be excited. And look, everything's coalescing. And you know, so I've been literally immersed in history for 2 weeks. And there are these inflection points where things happen. And if one happened or two happened, we wouldn't read about it. But when all 3 or 4 things happen together, you know, it's like Ferdinand and Isabella, and Christopher Columbus, and the mistake, and I love this, right? She invented venture capital, right? She took 20% carried interest of his find, so she was a venture capitalist. And you think about these times in history, and you know the thing I didn't realize, this is very cool. 1492, Christopher goes over, and did you know that the horse is not native to North and South America?
What?
The horse is not native. And the tomato and the potato are not native to Europe. They're not from Italy. The potato's not from Ireland. They're from South America. The horse is from here. And the ships carried the horses, and they carried back the potatoes and the tomatoes. And you think about Seville, Spain, was the center of the universe between the old world, Europe, and this new, hadn't been even discovered world, the Americas. I mean, the mind literally explodes. Cows, sheep, pigs, goats, none of them not native to America. So our image of the Native Americans riding horses, nope, not until the Spaniards brought them and the Portuguese. So I think what's happening now is this coalescing. You know, we've talked about the 1954, 68, 82, 96, 2010, 2024 is when the truth net, right? We go from the, you know, internet, mobile net, truth net, where we replace trust with truth. We go from the Knights Templar inventing banking, the Medicis, to Bitcoin and blockchains being a better solution. That all happens in 2024. And now we've got this approval process potentially in 2024. We've got the halving in 2024. It could be such a big one. I mean, could be a 1492.
So there's Mark Yusko and his extreme bullishness on Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency industry. With BlackRock's potential ETF application and the anticipated Bitcoin halving in 2024, we're possibly looking at an era of unmatched catalyst and excitement for digital assets. Yusko's insights remind us that now, more than ever, is the time to invest wisely, not when the market is at its peak and flooded with sudden interest. To help you stay ahead and informed, remember to subscribe to my daily 5-minute crypto newsletter. It offers expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and all the essential news that you need. Click on the first link in the description, enter your email, and join over 1,000 others who are gaining from this free resource every day. In the evolving world of cryptocurrency, staying updated is your strongest asset. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay savvy and keep a close eye on those charts. See you all in the next video.